content marketing. The reason why I'm bringing it up is that content marketing is the new way of sales. It's no longer the direct approach that it used to be where you can just pick up the phone, call someone, send them an email and get their attention. It's all about making yourself known to try and make the times when you do pick up the phone and call or send them an email or ask them for their time, that it's a little bit warmer, it's not as cold. The reason why I bring this up is that for the last 5 years, I've owned an industrial marketing agency and we've written and made tons of content, and it's either in one of two forms, either articles or videos. About 50% of people still like written word, 50% of people like videos. Videos are taking off way more in the last couple of years than they used to, and I have a feeling that it'll creep up to 70 to 80% as the younger generation keeps infiltrating those positions of people that you're trying to get attention to, and they're gonna want to see engaging videos more than written word. But we've literally written hundreds, if not 1,000 articles in the last few years, highly technical articles, case studies, white papers for our clients at the marketing agency, and done hundreds, if not 1,000 videos for them, strictly to get attention. You're doing two things with that. We're appeasing Google and we're appeasing their potential customers that it's trying to sell to. We're trying to either educate or entertain. Content marketing is the new way of selling. And I know what you might be thinking, I can't create content, I'm not gonna shoot videos, I'm not gonna write articles, I don't have time for that. I promise you that if you do it strategically, you will make time for it because of the results that you're going to get. You don't need a huge staff. If you've already worked for a company and they produce content, great. They've already done half the work for you. But if you don't, if you're a team of 4 salespeople with no marketing department and you're the head of sales, or your boss is the head of sales and they do the marketing, then you've got more work to do on your own. But content marketing is the new way of selling. So how are you gonna create the content? There's a couple different ways that you can create the content. Number one, hopefully your company is creating content, whether it's articles, posting things on their company page, and then your job is strictly to share it from there. So you go to your company page, you find their latest post and you just click share, you write a little something to it, you add some hashtags to it that are strategic, and then you share it. That's gonna be the fastest and easiest way. Going in and liking it, yes, does work, because then people will see in their newsfeed as they're scrolling through that John liked this post from this company and they know that you work for the company and they see that that's good content. That's gonna be the fastest way, is taking your existing company's content and sharing it or liking it. The other thing to look at is industry news. And what I mean by industry news is you don't wanna strictly focus on the industry that you're in. If you're in medical, automotive, aerospace, software, don't only share stuff that's relevant to your industry. You have to think about the persona behind the person that you're trying to sell to. If they're an engineer, they don't only like things in their industry. They maybe like 3D printing or robotics or automation or things like that. Look at industry posts. Just Google search the robotics magazine or medical device magazine or whatever it is that you're in. Google search it, find a relevant article, a recent article, and then just copy and paste that link and share it on LinkedIn, and the image should automatically pop up, the thumbnail from the website, and maybe even a couple of words underneath it for the caption and the meta title. And then you're gonna add your 2 cents to it, add some hashtags to it. It's great to at least just share the content out there. That way you're not strictly focusing on, look at me, look at me. You're just saying, hey, this is good information. Hey, I read this article, I liked it. The people that you're trying to sell to, when you look at it from a persona standpoint, they're gonna appreciate that, and they're gonna turn LinkedIn, which is what happens a lot, people turn LinkedIn into their news source and their news feed. They're getting things that are only relevant to them. They're not looking at a bunch of international stuff that they don't care about, or they're looking at local crime and stuff like that that's on the TV. They're looking at business things that they're interested in and are relevant to them. And you may be the source of that if you're posting that content. The third aspect of it's gonna be you creating the content yourself, either written word or a video. And I know what you're thinking, you don't have time, right? Or you don't know what to write. You'd be shocked that if you really look at your expertise, and you may think that it's boring and nobody wants to read this, nobody wants to see this, but you will be shocked at how much information you have in your brain already. And once you start to write it down and just tear apart everything, every aspect of your job, everything that you deal with, everything that you've learned over the years, and break them into funnels and break them into categories, there is so much stuff that you have out there that you can either write about or you can shoot a video about. So if you're writing, then you can it could be as simple as writing a long form post. A long form post is simply, I think you got about 1,300 characters in LinkedIn. Just write and separate it out with lines like we showed you in the other modules with breaking things up. And just write 200 words, 300 words. That's about 1,300 characters. Add some hashtags in, add a link back to your company, add a link to your Calendly so people can book time with you if they want to. But writing, if you don't want to write full-blown articles or posts that are on LinkedIn, or write a blog post and put it on your website, then you can just write long-form posts on LinkedIn and ask questions, thought-provoking types of conversations. Ask people, how do they deal with this? Share some experience and say, when I was in this department, when I was doing this job, this is something that we struggle with. When I was with this size of a company, I dealt with these types of challenges. Everybody's dealing with those challenges. And if you really look at everything that's in your mind, every experience that you ever had, other people will like that content and they will find it engaging, and they'll find it like, hey, you're talking about something and that's relevant to me because I experienced the same thing. You'll be shocked how that'll happen. The other aspect is going to be video. Taking your phone, shooting a video like this, saying, I'm at the plant, I'm at the company, I'm on location at this customer or whatever. Just shooting a quick video does not have to be high production. All you have to be able to do is see you and hear you. And on video, sound is always more important than what people actually see. Good quality sound. Tons of tools out there, and you can look that up through Google to figure out exactly how to do that. But you want to try and create some raw content. Everybody's into this raw, non-polished type of look of video, to where it's like behind the scenes, you kind of are showing them a glimpse into your life, your work life, some things that you're experiencing, and they're trying to like not necessarily live through you. This isn't reality TV, but they're trying to see what you see. And that's engaging. That gets a lot of attraction from people versus highly professional videos. They still get more engagement than just written. But if it's raw and you're like, hey, I'm at the plant, I'm at the company, let me take you down to the floor, let me take you into this office, let me give you, show you into, give you a fly on the wall perspective of our sales meeting or of our product development meeting or new features that we're looking at to do with this product. People love that stuff. They want to feel like they are part of this little group that gets to see into the back end of everything that you're doing. Now, posting frequency, we already talked about, but I'm here to reiterate it again. You have to be posting every single day. You have to be engaging every single day. This is not something that you can just pick up your phone or jump on LinkedIn on your computer and just go in a little bit here and there. You have to make that commitment. Hopefully you've already made that commitment, but I'm here to tell you again, you have to make that commitment and post every single day. It doesn't have to be a video every day. You can set up a schedule like we do with a lot of our clients, which is one video a week, one article a week, and then industry news or relevant things the other 3 days of the week. But you want to do it every single day. Like I said in the other modules, you don't know when people are logging on. You don't know what time of the day, you don't know what day of the week, and you want them to see your stuff. So you have to post every single day to try and increase the net that you're casting and the people that LinkedIn will share your content with. The other aspect of it is that when you do post something and somebody comments or likes or is constantly commenting and liking, you have to show them some love back. Reply to every single comment when some people comment on your stuff, even if it's a negative comment. I've put videos out there and people are like, this video wasn't that good, or I didn't really like the sound quality or whatever. I just comment back and say, I appreciate you writing that comment. It happens a lot on my YouTube channel. People are hating or taking time out of their day to write a negative comment, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. If you don't like something, just move on. But people do it. And you just need to go in there, keep your head high, and just say, thanks, I appreciate it. I appreciate you. I'll definitely take a look at that. I'll consider that, whatever it is. But they've taken the time out of their day to write a comment. You need to engage with them. If they've constantly liking your posts that you do, even if it's somebody that you're not trying to sell to, shoot them a message and say, I appreciate you always liking my content. You never know, one, who that person knows that you could sell something to, or two, where that person will end up working. They might end up being a prospect down the road, because in this industry, the technical industry, a lot of people jump ship and go from job to job to job, and you never know where they're gonna end up, where they may be that influencer or decision maker that you're gonna try and sell to. Now, hopefully you've already made that commitment in the previous modules that you were gonna do this for the next 30 days. I'm here to remind you once again that this is going to require persistency. Just like in the other modules where I talk about being persistent and consistent, you have to do this every single day. This is not a 1 week on, 1 week off thing. Every single day, at least 30 days, 60 days, go all in and give it your best, because I promise you that the return that you're going to get on this, even in a short amount of time, is going to be significantly greater than what your expectations are, and it's going to be significantly greater than anybody else in your company that's not using this tactic.